Welcome back to the show, everybody. This is Beat the Bookie, the show we bring you each and every week where we try to make you a few quid, where we drop our tips and picks for the Premier League action. This is match week 30, and joining me as always, the dazzler himself, Mystic Mac. He's had plenty of time to stroke that crystal ball to find out where things are going to go this week and try and make us a few quid. We are both going away this week, so we could do with winning a few quid. So let's see. How are you, my friend?
That's all I was stroking. Thought this was a family show. Excuse me. Yeah. Hopefully we can pocket some change over the weekend. You know, keep us in clover while we're away and stuff like that. You know, we might need to shell out for a couple of figures over the weekend.
We could be making a number of purchases over the next 7 to 8 days, I would imagine. Well, let's have a run.
It's going to be really strange when I'm in Manchester and seeing my card with Dallas on it and be like, what's going on there?
Well, let's run down through the fixtures. First of all, starts off great game in the title race. Liverpool versus Watford is your 12:30 game, or 6:30 in the morning for me when I'm in Dallas. Then we have Brighton versus Norwich, Burnley versus Man City, the other half of that title race. Chelsea versus Brentford, Leeds versus Southampton, Wolves versus Aston Villa, Man United versus Leicester rounding out the tea time game, which will be spectacular. Then Sunday, we got the top four race in full effect. West Ham versus Everton and Tottenham versus Newcastle. And then on Monday, we round out the end game of this top four race with a tough trip to Crystal Palace for Arsenal at Selhurst Park. Where do we begin? Do you want to drop a pick first, or will I begin?
I do. Now I have one here for us, and do you know what I've called it? In honor of your visit to WrestleMania, I've called this the "Here Comes the Money."
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say Dallas Buyers Club or something.
No. Here comes the money. Yeah.
Okay.
40-1, a treble. Result them both to score. Brighton, Spurs, Man United. Nice. All teams to win. All teams to score. 40-1.
Jeez, I nearly get up and do that Shane O'Mac dance, will I? Will I do that Shane O'Mac dance? Nice. My first one. Yeah, my first one is not as tantalising and not as rewarding. I just simply started out with a Manchester double at even money.
City. I did tell you I was going to hold this in my nose here, didn't I? You know where this is going, don't you?
Absolutely.
With those horses a few weeks ago. What did you say? 8-1. No interest at 8-1, and you're giving me even money. And you're on the way to Dallas. I know, you're going to shut this down, pal. Shut this down big time.
I think I could be landing on that plane, and it might not be a good idea. I came up with a better one for you from my second one, but again, it's only 6-1. I don't know, because I'm forking out so much money on this trip. Maybe I'm just being safe and I want to actually win a few quid. I'm not too sure. But I called this one London Calling, the London Calling accumulator. Arsenal, Tottenham, Chelsea, and West Ham. 6-1. It's not huge, sure it's not.
Not huge for 4 clubs, isn't it?
No, and it's not huge either, considering, like, you know, 3 of the 4 are in a heavy top 4 race. I thought the odds might have been a little bit more comforting, but they're not 6-1.
I've no interest in either of those bets, I have to tell you.
I know, yeah. I'm going to tantalise you now. Mark sent in his bets. Mark, our resident referee, who always sends in his bets. He sent in his anytime goal scorer. Salah, Maupay, and Kane. Anytime to score. 11-1.
I was going to say 12s. I was actually going to say 12s.
Yeah, 11-1.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it?
Not a bad bet at all.
I'd probably throw one on top of it just to get a little bit of extra value out of it. You know? I don't know who I would throw, but just to eke out a little more, you know yourself.
I'm wondering, will Salah start after being away?
Do you know who we could throw on top of that? Throw the boy Ollie Watkins on top of that, couldn't you?
Yes. Or Coutinho.
Yeah, well, Big Phil's probably on his way back from Brazil, isn't he?
Yeah. I've a much nicer bet for you in the anytime goal scorer that I'll bring you later. Mark also gave one of your favourites bets his championship anytime goal scorer. You're loving this little championship. How you perk up once we mentioned the championship, you know?
I do love this.
Yes.
Right, you go on, give us the teams first, and I'll give you the players. Let's try that again.
Fulham, Bournemouth, and Blackpool.
Right, Fulham, Bournemouth, and Blackpool. Right, so there's two ways he can go with this. He could go very safe, or he can go a little bit outsider.
Well, the odds is 16-1.
Right, so I'm gonna go the boy Cavallero.
No.
Mitrovic.
No.
Right. Sorry, I hit the wrong one. Carvalho, is it? The boy on his way to use?
No.
Who have we got?
Wilson.
Harry Wilson. Right, okay. Who are Fulham at home?
I'm not too sure. I didn't look at the fixtures.
Okay.
But he has Wilson in there.
Right.
Who's your pick for Bournemouth?
Oh, Bournemouth. It has to be Dominic Solanke, no?
Correct. Our old boy. We absolutely tore him on that price.
He's gone a two. He's gone for two ex-Liverpool boys, hasn't he? Wilson and Solanke.
Yeah. And then for Blackpool?
Josh Bowler.
Yeah. Picks him every week, he does, I think.
He didn't, because the last day we did it, I picked Bowler and he gone for the boy Lavery, who didn't start that weekend.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he loves Blackpool. If he wasn't a United fan, he'd be a Blackpool fan, wouldn't he?
The old Tangerines.
Yeah. We will definitely get a championship episode going next season. There's no doubt about it. There's just you two boys just love that championship. 16-1.
Love it.
Do you want to pop me another one?
Yeah, I've only got two, so I have me result on both to score, which was 40-1.
Yeah.
I have three draws at 40-1 as well.
Oh, give me them. That's a nice price for three.
Leeds.
Yeah.
Wolves.
Yeah.
Palace.
Interesting.
40-1.
Nice. Yeah, nice. Nice. I like
bearing gifts.
I like that one. That might need a few quid, all right. Mark sent in his Man United bet. Bruno Fernandes anytime and United to win 2-1. 22-1.
I was gonna say it couldn't be any more than about 16s, but yeah, that's decent. That's decent price.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. And then I did both teams to score myself, which kind of ties in a little bit with your drawback. I had Leeds and Southampton. I had Wolves and Villa. I had United and Leicester and Tottenham and Newcastle. 7-1. Again, odds aren't huge, but not bad. Not bad.
They're a bit miserly, aren't they?
It's tight. I need to get that money in, man. I need to get that paper. I've spent too much this week. I did an anytime goal scorer myself at 36-1.
This is more like this. This is the type of stuff we want to hear.
And this is
provided it's plausible. Have we any more than four?
I have four.
Oh, four is okay. So, four is a good number.
I did it first of all with three, and I took your advice where you said just put another one in there.
Yes.
Now whether that's a good idea or not, I'm not too sure. But I'm starting with Luis Diaz of Liverpool. I think he's probably due a goal, and I think we could see him start with the boys away in Africa. Now I know he was away with Colombia and stuff like that as well.
So I think you're absolutely guaranteed Jota will start, won't you?
Yeah, but he might put Jota. He may put Jota through the middle.
Yeah, possibly. But I'm just saying, I think Jota will start because he's probably got the least amount of travel.
Yeah.
You know, and provided Portugal beat North Macedonia, which you think they would, he'll obviously be buoyed by the fact that Portugal are now going to the World Cup then as well.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
You know?
And then I put in the man in form at the moment, Harry Kane.
Harry?
Yeah.
Scored penalty during the week at Wembley. Yeah.
And then I was thinking Southampton versus Leeds. That tells me a set piece from James Ward-Prowse. Because I think Leeds, in terms of giving away free kicks.
Did you know? And this is a little known fact. every week you put James Ward-Prowse in your goal scorer.
He never scores.
He has a stinker.
Yeah, and the ones I don't put him in, he scores. I know. Yeah. So if you're listening, James Ward-Prowse, you owe me one. Okay. And I rounded it out with a guy that hasn't necessarily been starting, but I think he might start him against Burnley for his trickery and his overall play. Raheem Sterling.
Okay.
Because I think Grealish has been playing, but he's kind of flattered to deceive. And I think it's time Sterling maybe came back into the team.
I think he really likes the look of getting Foden and Grealish on the pitch, doesn't he?
Yeah, but I think at times it's to his detriment.
Yeah, I think, you know what I find? They're just a little bit too similar.
I think the trickery of Sterling could reap rewards against Burnley. You could see him winning a penalty, couldn't you?
I don't know why you wouldn't go Sterling on the left, Mahrez on the right, and Foden through the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, that to me, I think has been... I think when Grealish has been in there, we've talked about City this season, about how at times they've struggled, it's been workman-like and stuff like that. I think those times have mainly been when Grealish has been in the team. I think when Sterling has been in the team, they've looked more like the City of old, because I think his play and his link-up play and his trickery and all that kind of stuff, I think just gives them a different dimension. I think at times with Grealish, I think he's just a tad predictable.
He's also a little bit overindulgent at times. You know, he likes to go by the guy, check, go by him the second time, check, and you're like, are you getting the ball in, or what are you doing here?
Yeah. There's a tad bit of shithousery there that's uncalled for at times.
Yeah, there is. Now, listen, don't get me wrong. I love the kid. I really do. Yeah. But I just think, I don't think Guardiola has maybe molded him into the player he wants him to be just yet.
Yeah.
Now, listen, next season, if you've got a Foden and a Grealish playing, either side of a Haaland, would that scare the shit out of me? Absolutely it would. Because I think those kind of guys could link up amazingly with a real out and out striker. As obviously Villa tried to do, which was the 2 10s and the 1 9. I think you've got to have a ridiculous 9 to do that. It didn't work at Villa, but I think it could work at City with Foden and Grealish in behind Haaland. That could be ridiculous.
Interesting. A scarier thought would be Sterling. Sterling and Haaland for me would scare the hell out of me, because I think Raheem Sterling's a fabulous player. As much as it pains me at times to say it, but you can't deny the obvious.
He never shows up against us, so I don't say it.
Yeah. Well, listen, if you only don't show up in 1 or 2 games a season, you're doing all right, aren't you?
Well, unless it's the big ones, because in that case, you'll start turning into Romelu Lukaku, don't forget.
Yeah, true. Well, listen, a pleasure as always dropping the picks. As we said to everyone, drop your picks down in the comments there. Let us know what your plans are on these coupons this weekend. Let us know what you think of our picks. Some are kind of tight on the odds. Some are a bit crazy, but look, that's the fun of doing it.
This is it.
And let us know if you're having a bet in the championship. Mark would love the feedback along with Darren on the championship. Both boys obviously spend a few bob every week investing in the championship, and they'd love to hear if you're having a championship bet. Pop it into the comments as well. As always, the Upper Tier Podcast on gmail.com. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok.
I'm gonna TikTok. I'm gonna give our subscribers and listeners a little tip. If you want to get a result on both teams to score a bet up, it's much easier in the championship because the defenders aren't as good. It's the place to go. It's the place to go.
Also, I think we're gonna go with your draw bet. Are we as the charity bet this week?
Yeah.
Seems to be the real good one with good odds and stuff like that. There's no point in me dropping a 6 or 7 to 1 on it, is there?
And we're gonna give that to the staff at Walmart in Fort Worth, Texas, to the staff social fund for all they're gonna do for us while you're over there for the next couple of days.
Who are doing a stellar job carrying my bags to the car. No, we'll have to. In light of your recent news, we'd have to give it to some sort of a dogs trust or something like that, wouldn't we?
Yeah, or you can just pay me a vet bill if you want.
Just pay your vet bill. Yeah. Maybe that might be easier. Listen, until next time, my friend, a pleasure.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks, bro.